Welcome to Hello Downtown, a podcast by Downtown Sioux Falls.
This is Hello Downtown, the podcast where we explore the people, the places, and the pulse of our city's core. I'm your host, Brandon Hanson, and every episode we dive into the stories shaping life in the heart of Sioux Falls. So whether you're downtown every day or just downtown at heart, let's jump in. I am here with the Chef Lance from Chef Lance.
Hello.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Stepping in and doing this.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, right now as we're recording, it's, hours away from Burger Battle, so
Right.
I'm sure it's not terribly easy to step away.
That's pretty soon. No, we're doing okay. I mean, it's New Year's Eve tonight. So all of the restaurants we got to get through New Year's Eve first, and then Burger Battle starts tomorrow morning. So.
Just crank them out. Yeah. Well, you have won Burger Battle multiple times.
Couple times, yeah.
Couple times now. So just talk us through your creative process for making a burger.
I think that we opened in September 2020, and we started right away that first January in the Burger Battle, and I made it pretty complicated, right? And so, and we had no idea how many we were going to sell. I mean, I think I ordered 50 burger buns like I normally do, and almost ran through those at lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like we had no idea how popular and how much people go out and get a burger, right? And so sometimes you learn by error, and that was definitely us. I mean, it was just way too complicated for us to pull it off and be consistent and that kind of thing. We did pretty good. We got second place. And then really the next year, it was like, okay, what are we going to do different this year? How do we make it easier but better? And how are we going to change it and all that? And we have a really good team. Most of our team not most of them, but a lot of them have been with us since we opened. Right. And so they hear feedback from the customers, and we as a team say, what are your ideas? What should we do? Should we do a donut bun? Should we, do a croissant? What do you guys think? Pork burger, whatever. And we usually just get some ideas and just literally just play with our food.
So you guys are all submitting ideas and talking about them. Are you actually making them in advance?
Yeah, and then you make them and eat them. And if you don't get that reaction from your staff, you're probably not going to get it from the public either, because burger is so subjective to every person. Some people love barbecue sauce on it. Some people love cheese on it. Some people don't. People love all of the garden. Some people don't. And so to come up with something that is so subjective that you can get people to try and love, it's a challenge, even for someone like me. It's been doing it 30 years. So.
Yeah. And we make it a little difficult on that side. As the people who organize the competition, we are saying you can't customize it. You have to order it just like this.
It is what it is. Yeah.
We got to rank them evenly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can you talk a little bit about this year's burger?
Sure. So again, same process. I would say, October, November, we're like, okay, are we going to do the Burger Battle? Of course.
Heck
so
yeah.
How are we going to do it? What are we going to do? And everyone kind of had some different ideas. My wife had a couple. My chefs, I said, hey, whatever you need, if you need to buy some stuff or whatever, I'll reimburse you. But, tomorrow you're making me a burger and we're going to eat it. And everyone's going to eat it and see what's up, see what we like about it. And it's a good challenge for them. And last year we basically just infused a Cuban sandwich in a burger, right? I mean, a lot of people have had a Cuban,
right?
A lot of people have had a cheeseburger. So let's do it together. And obviously that was accepted well.
Yeah. Well, you won, but you had 1,327 votes on that Cuban.
Wow.
average score of 9.14, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It was just ranked out of 10.
Yeah.
We take the average of all those votes. And so to score even close to 10 is pretty.
Yeah.
So what do you think made that one so special, and why did people respond to it? Just the comfort food side of things, or?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You have to ask the people, but I think that's, again, it was our approach this year too, is it's so subjective, right? And so pulled pork, most people can get behind pulled pork. Bacon, most people can do that, right? So mayonnaise, mustard, a lot of what I try to think of is, can I make, how many did I sell? Did it tell you there?
Well, we had 1,327 votes, but typically,
votes, right.
Typically there are, there could be 4 people at a table and only one person votes. And so it really multiply by 3.
Hard to know. Right. And I can't remember but the focus for me is, we're going to have to make 1,000 of these. We're going to have to make 2,000 of these across 30 days. Can you make the first one taste like the 2,000th one?
Is there a lot of training that goes into that level of consistency?
I mean, again, trial by error, when you have to make one thing for someone and you have all the time and you had the whole year to do it and plan it and think about it. Sure. You don't have nothing else going on. And
sure. So you're saying you have your next burger battle submission ready on February 1. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that's when the creative process can begin.
Yeah.
Right. But, doing one time for your friends and family at your restaurant versus having to do 2,000 of them over a course, it's different. You need a team to help execute that.
Yep.
And so we try to keep that in mind. And then again, something that isn't too weird for people. That's kind of been my focus. I'm a pretty simple eater myself. And so I try to reflect that when I cook food.
Sure. You're a good litmus test for the everyday person.
Yeah. Not to be too far out there. And I don't eat a lot of weird, crazy food either. I mean, peanut butter.
This year is the poutine burger.
Yeah.
And that's kind of Canadian influences a little bit, but it's cheese curd and gravy and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. When we first opened, we had we were very popular with our cheese curds. We were definitely a burger place before we moved downtown. And we had a cheese curd burger, and it's a lot of work. We would hand batter them and it's super popular. It's kind of a pain in the butt to prep and execute consistently for a month. But now with a good team behind us, I was like, I think we can do it again. So again, it's just a mesh of, Canadians' favorite snack mixed with a burger. So then we elevate it a little bit by putting like some braised short rib on it. So
sounds good.
I don't think you can go wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm curious. I know you guys are swamped. Every restaurant is swamped in January.
Yeah.
Every minute of every day.
Usually.
Do you engage with the other restaurants during the competition or after?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Sioux Falls is, I think people say it a lot, but kind of a big, small town. And I have a lot of friends that have, even that I went to high school with that are still in the business. Mike Haskett at MB Haskett, Ryan Tracy over at Dakota Craft Links. I've known those guys literally, when we both had brand newborn babies 30 years ago or 25 years ago, whatever. You hear the same thing from them, that even if they don't have burgers, usually in January, they still see some of that traffic just because, they can't get into this place, but let's go over here or whatever. So we usually try to trade. So 9:00 on a Friday, we'll text, say, hey, I'll cook you 4, you cook me 4, swap, for free or whatever, just to try them out. So there's so many of them.
There are.
Yeah.
50 this year.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I think the cool thing about that is it's just continuing to grow in popularity. It's continuing to drive foot traffic to downtown. It's maybe the wait times are a little spread out with 50.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What can you kind of lift up the hood of the car here and talk about what it means for your restaurant as far as economic impact, sales?
So I'll leave their name out of it. But I ran into someone that was doing it for the first time this year, and they were like, do you have any advice? Right. And I said, my advice to them was, you can say no. Like, it's okay to say no. So the first year that we opened, we had no idea. Like I said, I thought, we'll sell 50 of them, 60 of them. I had no idea how popular that they would be, right? That every ticket that comes into that kitchen is the Burger Battle burger. Everyone, if it's a table of 4, there's 4. If it's a table of 2, there's 2. If there's a table of 4, there's 2, whatever it is. But every ticket that comes in is the burger. And the phone rings nonstop. Like, when I say nonstop, I literally mean nonstop. People are trying to order burgers for tomorrow. They're trying to get 13 for the office. I mean, it's just nonstop. And then you get a lot of people that just walk in and they say, can I get that burger to go? And you have 50 people in your dining room plus 10 other burgers that you promised people that called. And so it's okay to say no. And that's what we've done over the years. And I think it's suited us well because we're able to produce the amount of Burger Battle burgers that are, how do I say it, to use your marketing this year, that are worthy of stepping into the ring versus just, hey, we want to sling as many as we can. And, the quality goes down, but whatever, we're busy and we're swamped and got 30 more to go after these 30. And that's just not the environment that we've ever had, where it's just like mass is important. And so for us, it's okay to say no. We don't do to go on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah. And I think you took 2024 off.
We took 2024 off, right?
Which is pretty surprising from someone who's won. And I think that's a really thoughtful and
it
you
just
want to do it well, and you don't want to beat your staff into the ground.
As we tried something different. We did like a burger dinner, like a 5-course, where it was like, instead of just one, here's 5 different burgers with a dessert burger on a donut, and I think that over the last 5 years, you just try to figure out what works best for your customers and for your team. And I think we've finally found our lane and just going to stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really great. Yeah. Last year, Burger Battle brought in, you had your 1,300 votes, but overall, hit around 42,000 votes. There were almost 85,000 burgers sold just in that month. $3.25 million of economic impact, and half of that was spent directly on burgers in downtown. So the rest is, the Coke or the beer or the wine or whatever that comes with it, or the wife who gets something else on the menu.
Right.
It's just a big deal for our little community, and
it's huge. Like I was stating earlier, I was naming names when we're talking about MB Haskett, when we're talking about Chef Lance and Dakota Craft Links, Swamp Daddies. There's a beautiful family behind that. And, Parker's, Dada, a lot of times you have these families that run these businesses. And, what I love about the Burger Battle is it directly affects all of those families that are running those restaurants, but all of their employees. And it helps the customers. They get a good meal. But then on top of that, like you said, the economic impact, just sales tax alone, I'm not super good at math, but 7.5% of 3 million is pretty good, I think, isn't it?
It's pretty good. Yeah. And
that's just sales tax, like you said, on burgers. So that goes for streets and all kinds of different programs that our city and state have.
It sure does.
I mean, I always, every time I get asked to speak about the burger battle, it just blows me away with gratitude because it is such a good, I always say the same thing, it's win, win, win. So it's not just a win for the restaurant and a win for the customers, because clearly there's a demand for burgers. But it's also a win for even people that don't even participate. It's such a good community program. It's always fun to win the popularity contest, but for us, we really just love putting out like quality burger consistent, so that whether we sell 50, whether we sell 2,000, where we come in first place or 50th.
That's amazing. I love that perspective. Now we made you bring back the trophy.
Yeah, is what it is.
Which is a hard thing to do, I think, but it gives us a chance to clean it off a little bit and get ready for the next winner, whoever that might be.
I rode around with it with the seatbelt on.
Good.
No, I didn't really.
Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're in downtown.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
You're listening to Hello Downtown, a podcast by Downtown Sioux Falls.
I am here with Nick Warner, and you are the GM of Blarney Stone.
Yeah, that's correct.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks for taking some time out of the burger battle to do this. This is kind of crazy that we pulled you out.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Blarney Stone in last year, second place in total sales, 5,717 burgers sold.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It gets pretty crazy. It's been like that for a couple years now, or a few years, I think. Yeah, a few years, where we've been one of the top contenders for burger sales. And January is always very busy for us. And it's difficult to get through, but it's worth it. It's a lot of fun to be able to put out a lot of burgers and to get our name out there a little bit.
Is anyone ordering anything else this month?
This month, surprisingly, we've seen a lot of different entree orders and things like that. People ordering the burger to share, and then also getting some Irish cuisine and fare to try out our place a little bit. So
good.
That's pretty cool. But like in previous years, it was just like burger.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll come back.
Yeah.
If they're trying new things and trying you out for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because your food is great. I know I'm there often. And
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have to staff up a little more in January?
Always. Yeah. We're always looking at schedules and making sure that we have enough people on for the evenings and the weekends for sure. And even the afternoons get a lot busier than normal. A lot of people try to avoid those peak lunch and dinner times and visit us during the afternoon because it's not as busy and they can get the burger very quickly.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. And beyond those logistics and staffing up, you mentioned that you've kind of been in that top spot or second spot for a couple of years in a row now. What's the secret?
I think it's about having a burger that is marketable to everybody out there. There's been a couple of years where we've tried some unique things, and it's always good to get a unique thing out there, but you want something that everybody wants to try, and that way anybody can come out and try the burger and not have to worry about, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that. They just get the good full experience of the burger you're putting out there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Have you noticed a difference this year as far as traffic? You think it's busier, less busy?
We've noticed, we've just had this first weekend and traffic has been slower than the last 3 years. But it's more comparable to about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we're seeing a lot higher vote totals on our end. So
nice. Maybe
they're coming.
Yeah.
Maybe there's so many burgers now. They've got to put you on week 2 or something.
I think that's part of it is there are so many places that the word of what burgers are really good has to get out there, because those are the places that I think people are really going to go to and check out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's about great food. It's about strong sales. That's really why we do this event. Mm-hmm. DTSF has hosted this now for 13 years. the burger battle. We're the home of the burger battle, of course. But we do this because we want to support small businesses. We want to see the restaurants in downtown thrive, the retail establishments. That's our entire mission, is to drive foot traffic down here so that the business community is thriving. How do you balance your creativity with your business goals? Because they're kind of different, but not always.
Yeah. It's definitely tough. I mean, you want to be creative when it comes to creating these burgers. But you can't be too creative when you're selling so many burgers all at the same time. There's a lot of things that we would like to do with our burger, but you just can't. It's not feasible when somebody's running a Friday or Saturday night and you're putting out 300 plus burgers, and you can't just be very delicate with all your toppings and things like that, like you want to be. So you have to be feasible when it comes to those things. There are other places where they can do that. They can take the time to do that. We do such high volume that we have to be careful when we're picking out a burger so that it is executable to do over and over and over again. And that makes it difficult.
Yeah, I bet it would make that pretty difficult. So there's a lot of menu engineering going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is very scientific stuff.
Yeah. We have to create things that are easy to execute during line service, as well as able to prep for the line.
What's line service?
Kitchen line service. When you're in the middle of dinner service and the kitchen is putting out food that is prepared to be ready for service.
Sure. So you were talking a little bit about, it's a kind of a tough month to get through it because there's just so much volume and so much work. How do you keep your staff motivated and engaged?
Well, the front of house staff, the service staff really enjoy it because they're out there selling the burgers and selling the product to make money on sales. Where the kitchen staff, no matter what the sales are coming in, they get paid the same wage. So it's a little more difficult for them to get through it. But the serving staff has such a great time with our burger battle, and it's a lot of fun. And when you are busier, it does make the hours go by a lot faster as well.
Sure. Yeah. Is there anything that DTSF could do to celebrate those kitchen staff?
Well, they did it last year with putting out that Burger Champion belt, and we didn't get it last year, but we're always fighting for it. So
good.
Hopefully one of these years we can pick that up.
Yeah. It's coming back this year. Actually, I think we're going to not make it traveling anymore. We're going to just let you keep it if you earn it. So
it's really cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. We really appreciate them. We really do. So, and last year you had a shepherd's pie burger.
This year we have.
This year you had a shepherd's pie burger.
Yeah.
That seems like such a unique twist to me. It makes sense with your kind of Irish background.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with it?
Well, I try to think of things that go well with beef, like ingredients that go well with beef. And obviously we do a shepherd's pie made with ground beef. And it just kind of utilized our recipes that we had for our shepherd's pie and, took the ground beef out of it and recreated something that was a little bit more flavorful as far as a topping goes. And paired it with the patty and the potatoes. And we did a cheese crisp this year because one of the things that we got for feedback over the last so many years was it's very difficult to keep our bottom bun of our burger from getting soggy because we do messy burgers at our pub. We like a good messy burger.
Fork and knife.
Yep.
Needed.
I like sauce with my burger. So what we did is we put that cheese crisp on the bottom of the burger to protect the bun from any sauce from dripping down on it. And it has helped us tremendously.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good feedback already, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So we actually have an app that people are using to vote on these burgers.
Yep.
Every week we're sending out, kind of comments and how many votes you've received. Do you take those comments in and make adjustments along the way?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, we usually get those comments after the first week, and we make adjustments. We can't make adjustments on ingredients themselves, but amounts and quantities of ingredients, seasonings, flavorings. Those are all things that we can adjust and adapt to make our burger better as the month goes by.
Do you keep it on the menu after the month is over?
Some of the burgers we have, some of the burgers that we've been able to execute properly on the kitchen line, we've been able to keep on there or modify them so that they can be executable. This one, we probably won't keep on. So if you want to try it, this would be the only time to try it because we have a shepherd's pie mix for our shepherd's pie, and we have potatoes that we serve as a side. So to have two of those with everything else we carry on the menu is it's a lot to have back there. So after this month, you probably won't see this burger again.
Wow. Motivating.
Yeah.
I love it.
Get out and try it.
Come on out.
Yeah.
It's January. It's Burger Battle month. So do you guys ever get a moment to leave Blarney Stone and go check out other people's burgers during the month?
Yeah, we definitely do, and we want to support our neighboring businesses and be a part of the guest experience of the Burger Battle as well. There were a few years back, there were a couple of times where we did get to hit all of the places in the Burger Battle. It's more difficult now, obviously, but we try to get out there and support our local businesses and neighbors in downtown here.
I think that's a really unique point and perspective on downtown. That's happening in the retail space as well, and all business lines as well. Even the banks, everybody in downtown wants to see each other succeed, which is just what makes downtown so special and unique. So that's cool to hear it from you too. Just a couple more for you, but what advice would you give for a brand new chef or restaurant entering the Burger Battle for the first time?
Take a shot at it. Just put a burger out there, give it a shot. You'll get feedback from your guests, and you can adapt and change it to be whatever you want it to be. But put something together and be a part of this Burger Battle. It's a lot of fun. It helps get, like you said, small businesses' names out there, and creates business in a month where in other parts of the country, it's usually very tough to be a restaurant in January. So DTSF does a great job of creating sales in that department.
That's awesome. Say thank you. So let's just lean into that a little more. How do you think Burger Battle impacts downtown restaurants, 13 years now, and the local food scene?
How does it impact it?
Yeah. Has it changed how you kind of operate it all? Has it tweaked your menu? Has it refined your processes?
Absolutely. It obviously, like I said, some of those burgers go on the menu afterwards, and has tweaked our menu in that aspect. It has impacted us tremendously in how we prepare for the Burger Battle. It used to be, I think the first year we just put out a burger that was already on our menu just to put something out there. And then now it's every year we try to think of something new and creative, and the preparation for coming up with something starts 6 to 8 months before Burger Battle even begins. So I like to have something done by the beginning of December, recipes and descriptions and pictures and all of that stuff, so that we can be proactive in getting something to you guys, so you can market it and create the contest.
Yeah, we appreciate that for sure. Who comes up with the recipe?
I have been coming up with it the last few years. Before that, our kitchen managers have come up with a couple, and I take advice or recommendations from any of our staff. I know I came up with one of my staff members suggested a shepherd's pie burger. I came up with a lot of the recipes that were tweaked for the mix and the potatoes and things like that. And then I had help from an old kitchen manager who came up with some other ideas to bring it all together.
Very cool. Well, thanks for joining me, and best of luck. Hope you take the belt home this year.
Well, thanks for having me, and really appreciate it, and appreciate DTSF and putting on this competition.
You are listening to Hello Downtown, a podcast by Downtown Sioux Falls Incorporated. I'm Brandon Hanson.
I'm Taryn Sietsema with Downtown Sioux Falls. Here is today's member moment. Okay, well, hello, everyone. I am happy to be joined today by Tammy Brown from the Spice and Tea Exchange of Downtown Sioux Falls.
Yes.
Welcome, Tammy.
Thank you.
So excited to have you here.
This
are
is
you
fun.
ready to go?
I think so. I'm struggling with one of the questions, how to
Okay.
answer it,
Well,
but we'll just see what happens.
We're going to find out what happens. Here we
Okay.
go. Question 1. Describe your business in 5 words or less.
An experience for all your senses.
Love it. Question 2. This or that. Riverfest or Parade of Lights?
Riverfest. The weather is better. Parade of Lights is fun, but usually we're in the store bagging and bottling while the parade is going on. So we don't get to see much.
That makes sense. How about summer patio drinks or winter cozy cocktails?
So I don't like being hot. So I have to say winter cozy cocktails.
Okay. Question 3. What's your go-to downtown guilty pleasure? Coffee drink, snack, hidden gem, or little routine you can't resist?
This is so hard. Pasta at our wine bar or Mirabella. I don't care what Ricardo's staff does. And then that shrimp they have, unbelievable. So that's one. And then the cheesecake at CH Patisserie.
Ooh.
Macaroni are amazing. But when Chris makes his little mini pumpkin cheesecake things, they're amazing. And then I like to wander around Sticks and Steel.
Mm,
And then I always find something that I want or I can buy as a gift.
always, right? Okay, how about number 4? If Downtown Sioux Falls had a mascot, what would it be?
This is the one that I cannot think of because, so when I think of downtown, I'm down here every day and I see 365 all year long. I see our ambassadors in their red shirts. But I don't want to diminish what they do to a mascot, but I feel like Downtown Sioux Falls, all of us should have red shirts at some point and try to emulate the service that those individuals give us. I feel like downtown is so well represented by our people in red shirts. If you want a traditional mascot, the only thing I could think of was a waterfall suit, but how dumb would that look?
Yeah.
So I can't, this one.
I like the ambassador tie in there. That's
right. But I don't want to diminish them to a mascot.
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
So much.
But you're saying that they're representative of Downtown Sioux
Yes.
Falls, like as a whole.
They're integral. I mean,
Yep.
they know all the store owners. They know our shoppers. They know our late night people. They know everything.
I love
And they
that.
keep it beautiful.
I love that so much. Okay, last question. For people walking into your business for the first time, what's one key thing they should know about your business?
They should know that everything they find in our store is fresher than anything that they would find on a grocery store shelf or on some online site where they don't know where it comes from. Our spices, yes, they're dried, but we get them individually in small batches and we blend those into the spices, the spice blends that you see on the shelves. Our teas come in small batches. It's an entirely different product. When we first started the store, even before we were open and we were experimenting with the products, I love garlic and Vernon likes garlic. It doesn't like Vernon. And so I was using our granulated garlic when I was cooking. And the first couple of times he said, "Are you trying to kill me? This stuff is so strong." But that's just it. Our things are so much fresher. And so you come in, you open up those jars and you smell what you could be taking home. It is entirely different.
That is so cool to know. And yet another reason to remember to shop local and support
Right.
local business here in downtown Sioux Falls.
Right. Our items do not sit on a dock for 6 months waiting until the entire ship is full to get to the McCormick or the Tones processing facilities. We work with our agricultural partners overseas. When we get a batch of something, it gets to a dock and it gets shipped over.
That is amazing information to have. And so everybody make an informed choice.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Tammy, for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank
Shop
you.
local.
Yes. Thank you so much.
This is Hello Downtown.